it's not like that, but yeah. Finally, like sorry, well, the girls don't want me to do it, but in my family, my cousins support me 100%. I haven't mentioned it, but they support me on anything that I do because I said it before. Whatever you do, Sumo, we're happy. If you want me to call you he, which I told them you don't have to. I don't care. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm okay with that. But at one point, I decided to move forward with my transition because first I just wanted to just get my breast removed. I don't have the money for that. It's been a challenge, and I kind of do want to lose my figure and get, I want a little bit of testosterone. But in my mind, I figured I could just get on it for a month. My insurance covers it. So what the heck? No, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. My girlfriend said, yeah, go for it, that's fine. But just remember, like, I don't like facial hair, and if things are changing too much, you look too much like a man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. So there was just this thing that was just, it wasn't helping me at all, but I respect her decision. It's her happiness and my happiness that's important. So if we're not happy together, then we all both have to find our happiness elsewhere, right? But I freaking love her to death, and so does she. She loves me to death too, so we're both trying to make it work like that. And I figured, all right. So I went to my doctor, made an appointment, and I told her, like, I didn't even know how to start, but when I did, and I told her I'm ready to transition, it's like she knew, because she's seen me in and out the hospital, the clinic, well, the doctors in and out, like, a lot. In like maybe 4 years, I've always been in and out for a couple other reasons, but again, that's something different. And it's like she just knew, and it was a matter of time. And I thank God my breast reduction didn't get approved. Everything happens for a reason. I was so upset. I was hating my life because I was like, these things are never gonna go. I might die with them, and sometimes if I wasn't as strong as I am, I think I could have committed suicide, because a lot of things go through your mind. But anyways, she was kind of already knew, so she said, yeah, okay. So how far do you want to go? I said, well, I want my breast. Like, we talked a little bit about I do want to transition. I didn't want to tell her how far, because I thought that if I told her I want to do it just for a month, just so I could get approved too, and I could get a few changes, right, so I could feel comfortable, for myself. I was afraid that I wasn't going to get approved, but she said, I'm going to refer you to a therapist, a gender therapist, and she will evaluate you, and then she will take it from there. So if you have any questions on how to start, first, identify yourself. Learn what you are and who you are. Do a timeline of your life, as I had to do that. I started listening to what everybody was telling me, and I started realizing that mentally I'm not a woman, not even 1% in my mind, not even, right? And I came to the conclusion that my body is going to adapt with my mind, not my mind with my body, because my mind is my soul, it's me, it's who I am. The body could have been a woman or could have been a man. That stays here when I'm dead. My mind, my soul, my spirit, my energy, it's gonna go. So my mind, my soul, my spirit, my energy, it's a man. So this body's gonna freaking adapt to who the hell I am. Period. Right? That's how I think now. And the person that made me realize that was my gender therapist. So I recommend that if you have any doubt, speak with a gender therapist. Go with your primary doctor and tell them your struggles. They will refer you to a transgender therapist. If you don't have insurance, I recommend you get one that's gonna help you cover that. because I think it might get pretty pricey. I'm thankful that I have a pretty decent insurance and it's covering everything so far. I'm just, paying one of my visits and stuff. So my gender therapist is the one that made me realize like 100% to where I'm thinking now that I am proud of who I am now, and I'm not gonna fight that anymore and fight myself or be embarrassed about trying to call myself a he, or being embarrassed of thinking that I'm gonna be pretending to be a man because I'm not, right? I am in my mind. My soul is. I just didn't develop the way my mind was supposed to be. I mean, my body didn't develop the way my mind is. Or vice versa. Maybe my mind is the one that didn't develop the body. Who knows? Regardless, the soul is the one that matters. The one that spreads to earth whenever we're dead, or energy, gets whatever happens to us. Okay? So, my therapist is the one that asked me a lot of questions. She's the one that explained to me what transgender is, about the mind and the body, and when you're being born and all that stuff. And I was like, whoa. And then she started saying a lot of stuff about that I connected with, about my personal being. And she said something really interesting too, because also at that time I told her that that was last Friday. Okay. I told her that I wasn't thinking about taking testosterone shots because I want to have a family. I don't picture myself carrying my baby, but I want my fiance to carry my baby. And she said that, of course, there are probabilities that there are chances that I might not be able to be fertile. So that way, my egg won't work. So, but the chances where it might and it might not. So she said it'd be better if it's my decision if I want to wait on my T-shots and do that after we have a family. I told her that's what I wanted to do. That the main thing was, my breast it's one of the things that's more obvious to me and will make me feel more comfortable with my partner in bed, in the shower, anywhere. And she told me that I was already considered transgender because of my gender dysphoria. Because mentally I'm a dude and physically I'm not. So that's transgender. That's when I realized this is what I am, and I never knew. I thought that that's what I was. So yeah, and since I'm already considered transgender, I'm approved for breast removal and don't make my chest. You know what I mean? So I was freaking excited. I was like, really? Like, damn, like, I wish I would have known this sooner. I would have done this like since I was a little kid. But better late than never, right? So now into the process of becoming a transgender man is, one, go to your primary doctor. Primary doctor will refer you to a gender therapist. If you already know for a fact that's what you want to do, then you don't have to go to a gender therapist. But I do recommend that you do, because you find out stuff about yourself you never thought you knew. You maybe thought you were transgender, and maybe you realize you don't. You're not, or vice versa, like myself. I thought I wasn't, and I am. And I'm so much more happy a little bit now, knowing what I am and how I feel, and that it's okay. I'm not crazy. I'm not cuckoo in the head. Okay. Then I spoke with my girlfriend, kind of told her the story about how it went. When she started researching some videos on her by herself, seeing some, the changes between, women transitioning to men, and I guess she talked to a couple of friends, I don't know, but she told me, baby, go for it. I was like, what? Go for it. She's like, I love you. I fell in love with you. And whatever you do to your body, I already love you for who you are, not for how you look. Whether you were someone that gained a lot of weight or not, or you were, I was to have lost a leg or something, she loves me for who I am. And she does like women that look like boys, right? So she said she fell in love with me. She liked that I'm a very defined person. So maybe deep inside she didn't accept that that's kind of what she wants too, because she's kind of going to be with a man, but obviously not a biological man, I guess you could say. And she knows that I was a woman, or I, well, still am right now, right? But and the understanding level I'm gonna have with her is gonna be the same because she knows me from the beginning to the end. So just with me in every step of the way. So she loves me for me. And when she said that to me, man, and she even told me that she would be okay, that maybe in the future, if my facial hair is looking pretty good, she would let me grow a beard. So I was like, man, my kind of phobia I had about hair, now I'm thinking like, man, I'm getting excited. What if I might want to grow a beard, like I would be probably okay with facial hair, like everything right there, just like, it's like a wall that I had was like tumbled down. And now I'm like, Zuma, freaking go for it 100%. And now I'm more proud of me being the man that I want to be. So I asked her to join me to my second session I had this Tuesday, which was actually yesterday, with my gender therapist. And because she was, after that, she asks you some questions. After she's done with some questions, then she sends the referral to the clinic, and then they'll call me to schedule me for one, start taking my T-shots, and then two, schedule me for my breast removal, right? So she came with me, excuse me, and she also learned a lot about transgender and who I am, and she understands me a lot better now because she got to see and hear from the therapist herself what, the therapist explained to her how I am, who I am, and my fiance was just like, yeah, well, that is you, or you know what, yeah, she's always like that. It kind of like put two and two together, and it like brought us together more. I'm just very happy. So I told the therapist that I did want to move forward with the test T-shots now. So she said, perfect, great. So what's your name gonna be? I was like, what? My name? So I looked at my girlfriend. I mean, everything was fast. The moment I said yes, it looks like everything's going so fast, right? I was like, whoa, I was just talking about this, like, we just had our first session Friday, right now it's Tuesday, and you asked me for what my guy name's gonna be. I looked at my girlfriend and she's like, Fabian. Okay. So right now, so far, my guy name's gonna be Fabian. I'm thinking about either Fabian or Joshua. I don't know. I'll see as I'm transitioning more and I look more like a man. I'll see what I look more. Do I look more like a Joshua? Do I look more like a Fabian? I don't know. You tell me, guys. Put a comment down below what you think my bro name should be. I'm open to any suggestions. I'm kind of excited for this. Tomorrow I have at 8:30 a.m. I have my second appointment about questions that she's gonna ask me. If you also want to know about what kind of questions your gender therapist ask you before sending the referral, also please comment below. I could make a video about that as well. As far as I know, the only thing that I have for now about getting started is the first step is, of course, figure yourself out, right? Accept yourself for who you are and how you are. Two, go to your primary doctor. They will refer you to a gender therapist, and then your gender therapist will talk to you, help you figure yourself out, tell you what all the process is, ask you questions, and then send the referral. Okay, she did say that the first referral, I might first hear back from the clinic that would put my first shot, and it might take longer for me to get my breast removed. I wish this was first, but it's okay. I'm happy for both of them. This might take a little longer because I guess there's a waiting list. So we'll see. Want to call me? We'll see. They haven't called me yet because tomorrow's my session. After tomorrow, if she's done with asking me all those questions she needs to ask me, she said she's gonna try to finish tomorrow because she broke it down in 2 sessions. The first one was just the introduction. Then she'll send the referral, and then after that, tick tock, right? But yeah. So again, my name is Zuma. I'm a trans man. I am not on T right now. Today's my first video I'm making, and I know it's very long. I'm very sorry, people. I will break it down later on as I'm making. I'll make smaller videos depending on the topic, depending what you guys are requesting. Hopefully this was helpful for those still trying to figure themselves out, trying to figure out how they're gonna come out, how they're gonna start everything. Any questions you may have, please comment below to see if I can make a video about that as well. Like I said, it's my very first video. Please support me so I can continue making some more. And later, hopefully I can make a video with my fiance so she could answer some questions about people that are also struggling with the partners transitioning, especially if you're a lesbian, right? Because I know it's hard being a lesbian and being with your stud woman that's now going to be a man. So she could answer these questions, and then maybe later I could make a video about my family, how they could talk about, I don't know, if they're willing to be okay with it. I haven't told them that I'm doing the transition, so that's going to be interesting too. I'll make a video about that later. But if you guys want to know, please comment below, subscribe. That way I could see if this is going to be a success or if I should just delete the video, delete my channel, and then just go on about my life. Alright? Good luck, guys, and remember, and I just lost my train of thought. That's right. Remember, don't adapt to your body. Your body needs to adapt to your mind. Your mind, your soul is you. You're your soul. So remember that. Don't fight over that. You are who you are. Okay, accept yourself. Because at times, I mean, don't worry about people bullying you or people discriminating you. Sometimes it's ourselves who do that. Stop discriminating yourself, and stop bullying yourself, and stop torturing yourself, and stop being depressed about yourself. Because you want to be something different. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, people. You make your life how you want to make it, and that's what I'm deciding to do now. I'm making my body fit to who I am in my mind, who my soul is, and we'll see what the future holds, guys. But see ya.